are you guys today?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. Today we're holding this meeting to promote better quality of life. Elder abuse is on the rise, and the senior population is rising to 1 in 5. Elder abuse negatively affects biological, psychological, and social aspects of life. Elder abuse is intentional actions that cause harm, whether or not harm is intended, to a vulnerable elder by a caregiver or other person who stands in trust relationship to the elder, as well as the neglect to protect the elder from harm. In order to prevent elder abuse, we must educate and raise awareness within our community, family members, caregivers, health professionals, along with elders themselves. So we're pretty much here to try to decrease the elder abuse ratio. Are there any questions you guys have, or would you like more information or anything like that today?
Well, I would like more information on topic of elder abuse. As a nurse in a local hospital, I see patients who I suspect are being abused, but I'm not really sure how to report this abuse or who to report it to. So I need some information on that.
All right. Well, since New York State is not a mandatory reporting state for elder abuse, there's no central statewide repository of data for cases of elder mistreatment. So what you can do is reach out to Adult Protective Services, which operates in every county in New York State, and there are also several non-for-profit programs that specialize in other cases. So what you could do is kind of just reach out to programs that you hear if you realize that it's going on. Anything else?
I also want to know which of my patients would be at risk for elder abuse, because on the floor I work on, a lot of my patients are elderly, but when I see broken bones or see a senior experiencing depression and anxiety, I can't tell if these are signs of abuse or typical elements of senior citizen being in the hospital. So I was wondering, what are the risk factors or signs of elder abuse?
All right. Risks at the individual level include dementia of the victim, mental disorders, alcohol and substance abuse in the abuser. Other individual level factors which may increase is gender of the victim, shared living situations. Men seem to be more at risk than women. We're not really sure why that is yet, but other things you can look for are maybe like bed sores, or if they're sticking to their sheets when you're trying to change, neglecting changing the bedpan, any type of thing like that is what you can look out for.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Is there anybody else that has any questions or anything?
Yeah, I had a question. I have a grandmother, and we're considering putting her in a nursing home. And we were just wondering, what do we need to look for in an institution that would maybe, what do we need to look for in an institution that would make her the safest?
All right. Things you can look for in an institution is make sure that they have standards of health care, that they provide welfare services, and that they have care facilities for different types of diseases or sicknesses they may have or anything like that. Kind of make sure that you notice that the staff is trained properly. Make sure they don't really look overworked, that they don't look too tired. Make sure that the physical environment doesn't really affect your elder that's going to be there in case they have a wheelchair or anything. Make sure it's accessible. Also make sure that they're operating by policies and they're not just telling each other what to do there. Kind of make sure that they're following a structure type of thing. Anything else you'd like to ask?
Yeah, I just wondered, what can we do as a family to lower the risk of elderly abuse?
All right. As a family, the members can make sure that the bonds are staying strong between the family, and also have a discussion of how to pay for care if you choose to go into a care facility. Another thing would be to make sure that it's clear what is in the bond that the person is making, so that each family member is aware of what's going to be received by them once the will is finalized. And just be sure you have the will set in stone before anything serious happens and before the passing of the elder. Anything else I can help you with?
No, that seems to cover it.
All right.
Thank you.
like, do you think your daughter is kind of like asking you to pay the mortgage and the groceries, or is it more like expecting?
I'd say it's more expected. She does ask me if I have my wallet whenever we go to the grocery store, and she always makes sure that I know when the mortgage is due each month.
All right, well, from my point as a social worker, it kind of appears that you're being financially exploited. Does it feel like you're being exploited, or do you feel comfortable with lending the money?
I feel a bit exploited. I know they don't have a lot of money because the husband gambles, but they are my grandchildren and my daughter, so I want to make sure that they have enough money to survive.
All right. Are you comfortable with everything, like your funds being dipped into and that stuff?
I'm not that comfortable with it because I want them to be able to have the money I left in my will rather than dipping into it now.
All right, well, if you're not really comfortable with it, I wouldn't continue it for it to allow, but if you ever feel that you're being more exploited than you want to be, what you can do is reach out to the services I mentioned earlier, and they'll be able to help you settle that as well. Anything else from you?
No, thank you.
Anything else from anybody?
No, I pretty much covered all my concerns.
All right, so you guys don't have really any other questions or comments left? All right, what we're going to do today is we're going to watch a video that's going to show some of the signs of elder abuse and like a setting in which that it can occur in. So let's watch the video.
Stop yapping your trap for a second, I can tell you. The price is $200 per quilt. Yeah, well, this is handmade quality shit we're talking here. Yes, well, when do you need them by? All right. Good doing business with you. Okay, listen up, everybody. Turn up your volumes. Announcement. I got good news. We're extending arts and crafts time by 4 hours today.
My fingers hurt.
What's that?
My fingers hurt.
Oh, well, now your back's gonna hurt because you just pulled landscaping duty. Anybody else's fingers hurt? I didn't think so. Why do you do that to me, huh? Why do you make me act like that in front of everybody, huh? Mr. Gilmore! Hey, Toity, straight down to the right, dear.
How's my grandma?
Oh, she's super. We're just enjoying some arts and crafts time right now. Grandma's quite a quilter.
Hey!
Wow, that's a tremendous looking trophy.
Happy. I'm so glad to see you.
I'm glad to see you too, Grandma. I've been thinking about you all the time. Looks like everybody's having fun here, huh?
Yeah.
Hey.
Grandma, good news. I made the professional golfers tour.
That's lovely, dear.
Yeah, it is lovely. You know what else is lovely? If I can figure out a way to beat those other gangs, we're gonna get the house back.
Oh, thank God. I can't stand to live in this place another minute.
What are you talking about? I thought you liked it here. That orderly guy seems very nice. Don't you like him?
Oh, I do. I do. It's just, well, the air conditioner's broken. I'm getting a little warm.
Well, just let the kid fix it for you. All right.
So what did you guys think about the video? I can go around in a circle, or you guys can just kind of speak out, or just what are your questions about it or comments?
I thought it was really instructive. I feel like, you know, because my grandmother is going into a nursing home, I have that nervousness about it, and
Yeah.
I feel like I can better understand what I need to look for.
Okay, that's good. It's good to take away. Did you see anything that touched base with you?
No, not exactly. I mean, I don't look forward to going into a nursing home. I hope I don't have to, but I found it really interesting how behind the caretaker's back when he came to visit, he kept making those death symbols of the grandmother.
Yeah, she definitely could reach out to an APS service about that type of things. Those type of things.
I found the video informative on like signs to look for elder abuse, what to listen for, and the elder person themselves.
Okay, that's good. It seems like you guys taken away a good amount for this meeting. Are we comfortable? And I'll see you guys next week. All right, sounds good.